Hello, Barbara here from the Barbara Quick Take. So I'm a bit late to this, but let's give my thoughts about the show She-Hulk. Now, overall, I enjoyed the show quite a bit. I think it was a fairly good, very sitcom style. It was sort of very reminiscent to me of some of the sort of sitcoms from when I was in my 20s, back in the mid 2010s. Things like A Better Off Ted or a Don't Touch the Bee in Power 23 style show, where a lot of it is sort of this hyper reality surrounding a character, using this as a jumping off point to sort of discuss and talk about a sort of real down to earth topic. While in the background is all sort of hyper reality stuff going on. And I think that's actually very good, and I quite enjoy it. But the main thing I want to talk about is sort of one of the big sort of topics that the show really sort of touches upon, which is sort of a topic that's been around within the sort of the online landscape for quite some time, but it's slowly getting a little bit worse as a lot of these sites and algorithms that are very focused on maintaining interaction engagement really heavily force people. I shouldn't say force, that's not the right word. These people are doing it by their own choice and making a conscious decision to do this. But it is encouraging people to engage in this sort of negative, harassing sort of campaigns and anxieties, and sort of making these people's anxieties and fears and sort of saying, hey, your fear and your anxiety is over there. And a lot of times really sort of focuses on people who gain positions of power who, for some reason, these people don't believe deserve it. A lot of times this is women, people at POCs, etc. And I think that She-Hulk handles this fairly well in terms of trying to very sort of clearly lay out that this is not something that can be solved by simply punching a bad guy and it's all done and solved. Because the ending does this incredibly well, which sort of shows off that, like, in a normal standard show of this type, there's a bad guy to punch. And you have to punch this bad guy and your problem is solved. But that's how it ends. She doesn't punch someone and the problem goes away. The problem is something that doesn't really even go away at the end of the show. They don't give a definitive solution of what's going to happen, which is, I think, is great. Thank you very much. Have a great day.